welcome. Hey everyone, welcome back to another amazing episode of the Migrant Hope channel. If you guys have not realized, I have lipstick on today. I have not worn lipstick in the past, probably about 3 years now. And today I just said, let me just try it. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to deal with challenging and negative environments at work. I know sometimes many of us go through the fact that sometimes the environment at work may not be the best just because of people, or sometimes, just different situations can occur. Well, I'm here to tell you and help you, think about different things and how you should really think about stuff so that you're able to process it and you're able to succeed in your roles and in your job. I hope you stay tuned for this video because it will be amazing. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the video. Okay, before I go into point number one, the reason I decided to make this video today was to be able to just shed some light on the fact that I know many of us, this is something that some of us have dealt with in our careers at some point, and some people, you'll probably deal with a negative work environment or just a difficult work environment sometimes. And so that's really the preface as to why I decided to film this video. Now, the one thing I do want for everyone to keep in mind is, please do not quit your job because of somebody. I think human beings on itself, as ourselves, we are very flawed set of people. We are very quick to judge one another, but if you even take an introspective look at yourself, you're so flawed as it is. So imagine one flawed person trying to make another flawed person feel bad. Like, it doesn't work, because there's always going to be a clash of personalities and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing I would say is, please remember your goal as to why you are at your job. Now, this is the first way that you're going to be able to deal with a negative environment at work, because if you have a certain goal, if you know why you are at your job, whether you're using it to be able to grow personally, you want to get a new skill, or you're using it to leverage a bigger position in life, you just remember why you're there. Because a lot of times some stuff may come up and you're like, okay, I'm going to leave this job today, I'm going to quit and all of that stuff, but you have a bigger goal, you know what you're trying to accomplish, and just try to remember why exactly you are in that position. Now, I'll share a quick story. So about 2 years ago, I was working on a film project with I wanted to launch like a film project and everything. It's still in the works, by the way. So, and I was working with one of my cousins, but at the time, we were having some friction for like a very weird reason. It wasn't even that serious. So I spoke to one of my other cousins and I said, I don't like how everything is going down, we're just having too much friction about so and so. And my cousin who I spoke to, shout out to you, Ekub, he said, Efa, remember what your goal is. You want to be able to make this film. You want to be able to make this documentary. Keep every other thing aside. You guys will have personality clashes because you're not the same person. So just remember what your goal is and just try to get it done. And I've always kept that at the back of my mind with everything I do. So just remember why you're there. Now, the second thing I always say is, it's them and not me. Now, I'm not saying that you're blaming people or you're taking or you're throwing responsibilities at others, but if you know yourself and you are true to who you are and your behaviors are very consistent with who you are, your values are really what you represent, even at work and in your personal life, then always have the mantra that it's them and not you. This is one of my friends told me this a long time ago. So don't feel like, oh, it's something that you're doing, that's why there's a negative environment, or people are yelling at you, screaming and just being very nasty and bitchy. It's not your fault. Literally, it's them and not you. Keep that at the back of your mind. It will literally help you stay focused and to be able to just achieve what you need to from that place. Now, the next thing is, I really want you to think about setting your expectations. My brother told me the other day, he said, Efa, sometimes we get disappointed in life because we want people to behave as we expect them to. That's a lot of the times, that's how we get disappointed in life, point back, whether it's work, personal life, is if I expect you to act a certain way, whether I communicated that to you or not, because that's my expectation of you, then I automatically expect that you're going to comply in so and so way. And once you don't, then I get disappointed, I get upset, I get angry. But if you set your expectation and understand that you're in a work environment, right? There are many people who were not brought up the same way you were. People value several different things, So you have to really just set your expectation, manage your expectations more than anything, and just have to understand that it's really not, you cannot control people's behavior, but you can definitely control how you react. So never ever compromise yourself, your values, and just have a level set, like in terms of like your expectation. Don't expect too much or too less of people, because that's a lot of times that's why you will get mad and you will be getting disappointed for no reason. It's like, just don't, I try not to have any expectations of people, especially, you know, like a lot of times like I expect you to act right, but even what my definition of right is, it could be someone else's wrong. So at the end of the day, like, just don't have expectations, especially when it comes to, if you expect people to like, okay, show up to work on time, which is the expectation, right? Some people literally always come late to work, but it's one of those things that they probably don't value time, or maybe they have other stuff going on in their life. Just manage your expectations. It will help you deal with the negativity and the, like, you know, weird environment in a sense. Now the fourth thing is, I always tell myself this when I'm in a difficult situation. I always say, honestly, once I leave this building or once I leave this place, I'm not going to have a conversation with you. I keep that at the back of my mind. So even if sometimes like someone may annoy me or something, I'm just like, honestly, when I leave this place, whatever, it's not even going to be that big of a deal. It would help you just literally have more peace in your mind, and it will just help you be able to deal with stuff. I just say, I beg, when I come over here, bro, I don't know who you are, so please, like, it's not worth my strength, it's not worth my happiness, it's not worth me being upset. So quand je sors, blah blah blah. Wow, I'm trying to mix French, pidgin. Wow, FM. Now, the last and final thing is, I would say, is don't take things personally. This is a piece of advice. I learned this, one of my friends, like in college, we had a panel one time, and he was already working at the time because I was still in school. And he said, you know, when he started his job, he took everything personally. Like, somebody will be upset in their house, you know, they'll come and pour their anger at work, even though you're not supposed to do that, but it happens all the time. But he said he would take, like, if somebody yells at him, he's like, I didn't even do that, blah blah blah. Like, don't take anything too personally, because if you take things too personally, right, like, it'll be very difficult for you to deal with that situation. And I know it's hard because we are human beings, you know. Somebody can say something that will upset and offend you, but don't take things too personally, because you will realize that you will leave that job and then you will go somewhere else and you will deal with the same thing. But no, don't take it too hard too much, because it will really help you not, like, it will not be beneficial to you. So with that being said, you know, these are just coping mechanisms that I've tried. It has worked for me, and I hope that, you know, you guys use it so that you can deal with some negative environments in your workplace. Remember your goal. No, don't leave a job because of another person. It's not worth it. Like, stay there. You're there for a reason. So I hope you take this, and let me know if you have any other suggestions or any other coping mechanisms that have worked for you. I'll be interested to know, and hopefully we can share this. Thank you guys so much, and I really appreciate you coming back to the Migrant Hope channel. Have a good day, and yeah,